Imagine finding something so small,
Yeah.
so uniquely formed, that it instantly makes you question, well, everything you thought you knew.
Right.
This isn't some sci-fi story. This
Huh?
is the actual astonishing true story of Ada. Tiny skeletal remains that just captivated the world.
And ignited some really intense speculation.
Exactly. So today, we're doing a deep dive into Ada's journey.
Hmm.
We'll go from her mysterious discovery all the way through the rigorous science that finally reveals who or what she really was.
Yeah.
Our mission here is to sift through the sources, pull out the key facts, and really uncover the surprising truth behind this, well, incredibly unique individual.
And what's so fascinating, I think, is how just one single discovery can spark such intense, global curiosity.
Hmm.
It leads you down this complex path of scientific investigation, and it really challenges your assumptions about what's even possible. It's a
Totally.
really compelling journey, actually, from just pure mystery to real scientific revelation.
Absolutely. And that journey for Ada, it started back in 2003. These small skeletal remains were found in Chile.
Right, in the Atacama Desert region. Hence
Yeah,
the name Edda.
exactly.
Yeah.
And after changing hands a couple of times, these remains, they landed smack bang in the international spotlight around 2009.
And that's when Dr. Stephen Greer comes into the picture.
That's the one. He's widely known for his advocacy, government disclosure about alien life, founder of the Disclosure Project.
Mm-hmm.
He was invited to Barcelona, Spain, to look at what they described as a mummy-like figure.
Okay.
And then he teamed up with an Emmy Award-winning filmmaker, Omar Kalika. They produced that documentary, Sirius.
Ah, yes, Sirius. That really unveiled Ada's story to the whole world, didn't it?
It really did. Suddenly, this tiny figure was everywhere.
Which does raise an interesting question, Why were so many people so quick to jump to the extraterrestrial conclusion?
Yeah, what do you think?
Well, I think it speaks volumes about our collective fascination with the unknown, doesn't it? The possibilities beyond Earth,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you see something that looks so profoundly different from what we expect a human to look like. It feels like a very human tendency sometimes to leap towards those extraordinary explanations when faced with, well, extraordinary observations.
That's a really great point. And it's interesting how that fascination, that pull towards the alien, can sometimes overshadow maybe more terrestrial realities.
Which can be just as astonishing in their own right.
Precisely,
Okay.
as we definitely see with Ada's true identity. So, the real turning point, scientifically speaking, came a bit later.
Okay.
By the summer of 2012, the owner of the remains, Raman Navy Oreo,
Right.
he graciously allowed a team to arrange some pretty extensive tests on this humanoid figure.
Which was crucial.
Hugely crucial. And
Yeah.
interestingly, despite some initial thoughts that maybe these remains were ancient,
Yeah, you might assume that.
right, they were actually dated to just the last few decades. And the key thing, they contain high-quality DNA, perfectly suitable for really comprehensive analysis.
And that analysis started painting a clearer picture of her physical form.
Oh, absolutely. And what it revealed about Ada's physical characteristics was,
Well, it was startling.
she had this irregularly shaped skull and a major skeletal anomaly, only 10 ribs instead of the usual 12.
10 ribs. Wow.
Yeah. And get this, at the time of her death, she was only 7 inches tall.
7 inches.
Incredible, incredible. They also determined she suffered from something called a cephalic disorder. That's the condition affecting skull development, which explains the very distinct, odd shape of her head.
And then the really rigorous science kicked in to understand all this. Dr. Lackman got involved.
Right, the Stanford professor?
Exactly. A leading world expert on skeletal dysplasia. These are genetic disorders affecting bone and cartilage growth and other, skeletal abnormalities.
So he was the perfect person to look into this.
Absolutely perfect. He meticulously examined everything, the x-rays, the scans, photos of the humanoid, bringing all his expertise to bear on it. And to make sure the DNA analysis was spot on, they were incredibly careful about how they obtained the genetic material.
How did they manage that?
Well, they surgically dissected tiny bone samples, specifically from the ends of 2 of her right ribs,
Okay.
because those areas contained vital bone marrow material. And these procedures, they were done under completely sterile surgical conditions.
Forensically documented the whole deal.
Exactly. Forensic protocols, meticulous documentation. Then this crucial evidence was actually hand-delivered to Dr. Nolan in Washington, D.C. That was October 2012.
Okay. Setting the stage for the big reveal.
Precisely. The definitive answer was coming.
So, after all of that, the discovery, the speculation, the high-tech, careful analysis, What did it all mean? What was Ada's true identity?
Well, the scientific conclusion was unambiguous, crystal clear, really.
Yeah.
Ada was human, and specifically, she was Chilean.
Human. Wow, so not alien after all.
Not alien. They completed enough complex DNA analysis to absolutely confirm her human lineage. Now, interestingly, they haven't yet identified the specific DNA structuring to explain all of her unique features.
Okay. So still some mystery there.
Still some nuances to understand, yes, but definitively human. And while, some sources mention this might have been a bit of a disappointment for Dr. Greer's disclosure effort.
Right, given the initial focus.
Exactly. But her story is no less incredible for being human. If you connect this to the bigger picture, Ada is, without a doubt, a truly amazing individual who lived right here on Earth. Her story really underscores the incredible biological diversity that can exist, just within the human species itself.
It really challenges our definition of normal, doesn't it?
Completely. It pushes the boundaries of what we think of as typical physical development.
So this deep dive into Ada's story, it really highlights how powerful science can be, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
How it can take these really captivating mysteries, these things that seem totally out there, and transform them into these profound understandings of our own world, our own species even.
Yeah, it's quite a journey. What started as this potential extraterrestrial puzzle ended up being this incredibly powerful testament to the astonishing variations possible within human life itself.
Yeah.
And Ada's journey, from being labeled potentially alien to being understood as human, it offers a really powerful lesson, I think.
How so?
Well, it shows our tendency sometimes, maybe, to seek those extraordinary explanations for things we don't immediately understand.
Right. The allure of the unknown.
Exactly. And it also shows the grounding power of rigorous science, how it can reveal truths that are often way more complex and maybe even more wondrous than our first guesses.
That's well put.
It really forces us to kind of redefine what we consider normal within our own species. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it, what other remarkable individuals might be out there or might have been, people waiting for us to truly see and understand them for who and what they are, beyond our initial preconceptions or labels.
That is a truly powerful thought to end on, something for all of us to mull over. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
My pleasure.
And we really encourage you, our listeners, to continue your own explorations of these kinds of fascinating subjects. There's always more to uncover.